Okay, so in the last class we have discussed about the what BGAM method. Okay, and already I have explained that one. This method is similar to simplex method, but no doubt first few steps are different, and then ultimately we are using the simplex method only here. So already I told you, if constant is what less than is equal to, then only you have to add the select variable. And if constant is what greater than is equal to, then you have to subtract one surplus variable and you have to add one artificial variable to convert this inequality to equality. And if the constant is directly it is given equality, then you need to add one artificial variable. Simply artificial variable you need to add to the left side of the word of the constant. And then if the problem is of maximization, then what you need to check in the simplex table, this difference Cj minus Zj should be less than or equal to 0. Then only you will get the optimal solution. And if the problem is of minimization, then you need to check what? Cj minus Zj should be either greater than 0 or equal to 0. If this condition is satisfied by this Cj minus Zj, and if the problem is of minimization, then you will attain your what? Your optimal solution of the given problem. So I already told you, if your problem of is minimization, then for your convenience, what you'll do? You convert the minimization problem into what? Maximization problem by simply multiplying the objective function by what? By negative sign on both sides. And then you give its name something. If suppose if this is a problem of minimization, if this is a problem of minimization, here it is maximization. Suppose in place of maximization it is minimization. Then what will do? You will multiply both sides by what? One minus sign. Multiply both sides by what? Minus sign. So what will happen? This minus z equal to minus 4x1 minus 2x. Now this problem, this earlier it was the problem of minimization, then now it will becomes what? Problem of maximization. So give its name. So z star, just to give one name, that is z star is equal to what? Minus z. That means max. Now the new will be what? Max z star is equal to minus 4x1 minus 2x2. And then you find the maximum z star value, and then so z equal to what? Z equal to, at last, z equal to what? Minus z star. You put the value of z star, the maximum value of z star, and that will be what? Whatever it may be, and then you will get the what? Minimum value of what? Objective function what? Z. So that way. So you follow one process, don't go for different process. Otherwise, if you want to go directly without converting a minimization problem to a maximization problem, then in simplex table, you need to check this condition, whether all Cj minus Zj are greater than or equal to 0 or not. Until and unless you will attain this condition, you won't get any optimal solution. Once you attain this condition by the all the element of Cj minus Zj, you will get the optimal solution of the what? Given LPP. Okay. Then we have discussed the big M method. So big M method is also called penalty method also. So here, so big M method, this whenever artificial variables is there in a constant, then that artificial variable is introduced in the what? Is introduced in the what? In the objective function with a heavy penalty. And penalty is given by what? M. Penalty is given by what? M. So yeah, while converting this constraint into equality, into equation, so what we'll do? X1 plus x2, and say and here here if you need to convert this one, so here one slack variable will come. So if this will be equal to, so here one select variable, say s1 will come here, say s1 is a select variable. So here next one surplus variable will come, so that will be your minus s2. Surplus variable should be subtracted, and then you need to add one artificial variable, say this is a, and that is equal to 21. So this slack and surplus variable are also introduced in the what? In the objective function, but their coefficient should be 0. But their coefficient should be what? 0. So you can write like this: 0 into S1 plus 0 into S2. But this artificial variable will be introduced in the objective function with a heavy penalty. And that penalty is what? You need to subtract, and penalty is what? That is your m into a. M is the what? Penalty to the what? To the artificial variable. So when the problem is of maximization, then you need to subtract. And if the problem is of minimization, then you need to add. So that's why I told you, you follow one process. Just you learn the process of how to solve the problem of maximization. And then if the problem is of minimization, then you multiply the objective function by negative sign, and that minimization problem will change to what? Maximization. And then there will be no change. So it will remain as minus negative of m of a, m into a. So this m is the penalty to the what? Artificial variable. And the value of m is very, very large. Okay. It's a big number. And then we have used a what? Same concept of simplex table. Then we have just this is the this in a standard form. I have written the LPP. How to write the standard form, that is given. So that is your already I explained that one. This artificial variable is introduced in the objective function with a heavy penalty. And then we have this simplex table we have formed. Then you need to calculate which one is the outgoing vector and which one is the incoming vector and what is the key element. And then the key element should be changed to what? To 1 by dividing by the key element the whole row. Then you follow the same process, go on, follow the same process until and unless all the element of Cj minus Zj are what? Either 0 or less than 0. If there even a single positive element of Cj minus Zj is there, till then you won't get your what? Your optimal solution. So like this we have gone. So after, so here also in the second improved simplex table also you did not got the what? Your how to say optimal solution. And now see one thing here. One thing just you. Now here a is the artificial variable. This is not in the basic way. A is the artificial variable. Now once the artificial variable is gone out of the what? Out of the basic variable column. Try to understand this part. Already have explained, just I am recalling the part. Now, once this artificial variable will gone out of the basic variable column, because here outgoing vector is what? A. So once this variable is gone from what? From the basic variable column, then in the next simplex table, there will be no change in the what? Don't write anything below A. There will be no change. If you write, then also there will be no impact. But once the artificial variable gone out of the what? Basic variable column, then in the next simplex table, whatever you write in that simplex table, there will be what? There will be nothing in the what? Under what? Under the artificial variable. Don't write anything. Once the artificial variable gone out of the what? Your basic variable column. Is that clear? So then you check the element of Cj minus Zj. So in the third improved simplex table, we have got all the value of Cj minus Zj are either negative or equal to 0. That means we have attained our what? Our optimal solution. And the optimal solution will be what? What is the variable? X2. X2 is your 27. There is no X1. So that means in your problem, in the objective function, X1 and X2 variable is there. So you got from this simplex table, you got the value of X2. That is your 27. and the value of x1 is what? There is no x1, that means what? X1 value will be 0. So just you put the value of x1 and x2 there, you'll get the what? You will get the solution. Is that clear? Okay, let's see one more problem. And in last class, I already explained this problem, and I told you that you try by yourself. But I don't think that all of you have done that one. If you have done, then it's okay. Then you compare your result, and if not, then you concentrate here. I am explaining the thing. Now you see that the problem is of what? What kind of problem? This is a problem of minimization problem. So I won't do directly the minimization problem. First, what I'll do, I will convert this minimization problem into what? Maximization problem. So max z star. And z star is equal to what? Minus z. Okay? Z star equal to what? Minus z. And this is what? Minus x1 minus x2. Minus x1 minus x2. And then you convert this constant into what? Into inequation into what? Equation. So here it is in the first constant, this is also greater than equal to. In the second constant, this is also greater than equal to. That means to convert this one inequality to equality, here one surplus and one artificial variable will come, and here one surplus and one artificial variable will come. So I have written, and obviously no, surplus variable is subtracted and artificial variable is what? Added. So this, if you see, so first minus s1 plus a1. Then in the second, I have subtracted one surplus variable and added one artificial variable. And since in this equation, if you write this also, if you write this thing, then it's also okay. If not, then it's also okay. No problem at all. So just to form in a proper way, just this, there is no s2 and a2 here. So just s2 and a2 I have written with their coefficient as what? 0. And similarly in the second equation, there is no s1 and a1. So I have written this s1 and a1 with its coefficient as what? 0. So now this is, and next max z star minus x1 minus x2. Then other four variables. What variable you have introduced? Two surplus variable and two artificial variable. So total four variable you have introduced in the what? In the constant. So what we'll do here? That four variable should also be introduced in the what? In the objective function. So the surplus variable or slack variable, if you have, then that surplus or slack variable are introduced in the objective function with its coefficient as 0. If you write minus, then it's also okay. If you write plus, also okay. No problem at all. There is nothing going to be any change. If you write minus, then it's also okay. If you write plus, then it's also okay. But whenever you write the artificial variable, so the artificial variable in the objective function are always written in the word with negative sign. If the problem is of maximization problem. And they with a penalty, and the penalty will be same for all the artificial variable. So there are two artificial variable, one is a1 and another one is what? A2. So the penalty for the your artificial variable a1 is what? M, and penalty for the artificial variable a2 is what? Also M. So that both I have subtracted. So minus m1 m a1 minus m a2. So now this is your what? A standard form of the LPP. Now what you do? Now you write the what? Write the initial simplex table. So obviously you know how to write the initial simplex table. Okay. So I have written here initial simplex table. Okay. So this is the basic variable column. And this is your what? Coefficient of basic variable in the what? In the objective function. XB is the what? The constant vector. And then these are the variables that will be in the constant. And this is what? Minimum of xb by xi. Xi should be positive. And this is what? Your Cj. Cj is this one. Cj is the what? coefficient of what? Objective function in the what? Cj is what? Cj is the coefficient of the variables in the what? In the objective function. So if you see the coefficient in the objective function, so what are those? See, -1, -1, 0, 0, minus m. That I have written. Now, next you see here. In the basic variable, which variable will come under the basic variable? So now, keep in your mind, if in the objective function or in the LPP, if surplus and artificial variables are there only, there is no slack variable. Okay? If in the given LPP there is no slack variable, only surplus and artificial variable are there, then in the basic variable column, only artificial variable will come. And if that means in basic variable, no surplus variable will come. And if you suppose in a problem, there are some select variables are also there, some artificial variables are there, then only what? Select and artificial variable will come. If select variable is there, then that must be, it will come under the what? Basic variable column, and all the artificial. That means all the select and artificial variable will come under the what? Under this basic variable column. No surplus variable will come. Okay. Then what is the coefficient of A1 and A2? That is your what? Minus m and minus m. So I have written. Then XB is what? This one, 4 and 7. This is 4 and 7. Then this is what? This is the coefficient of what? X1, X2, S1, S2, A1, A2 from the what? From the first equation. From the what? First equation. Then this is. Then you know how to find ZJ. You know how to find ZJ? ZJ is what? CB into XI. CB into XI, that is CB into XI. So this first minus m into 2 plus minus m into 1. So minus twice m minus m minus 3m. Then minus m into 1, then minus m into 1. So it will be minus 2m. Then minus m into minus 1, that is m, and minus m into 0, that is your what? M. Similarly, just go on for each and every columns. Okay, so find ZJ. Then you find CJ minus ZJ. What is CJ minus? CJ is this one. So from this you subtract this one. So what you will get? Minus 1 minus minus plus 3m. So 3m minus 1. Then minus 1 minus minus plus 2m. So 2m minus 1. Then this is what? 0 minus m is minus m. 0 minus m is minus m. Minus m minus m, 0 minus m, and then minus of minus m, that will be 0. So now you need to check, is there any positive values are there? So now the value of m is your, I told you it's a big number. Okay. So 3m. So if you take m, suppose m is 100. So that is what? 3 into 100, that is your what? 300 minus 1, 299. And 2 into 100, 200 minus 1, 199. Which one is the bigger one? This is the bigger one. So this will be the what? Your key column. This is the what? This is the key column. So once you have identified key column, so you need to find next is what? Key row. So key row, how to get? You need to first you find this minimum, XB by XI. So which one is the key column? This one is the key column. So you need to divide XB by what? XI. XI means this column only, by the element of the key column. So 4 by 2 is equal to 2, and then 7 by 1, that is equal to what? 7. Which one is the minimum? Minimum is this one. And that corresponds to which row? That corresponds to the first row. So first row, in that first row, this is the vector in the basic variable. So this will become your outgoing vector. And which one is the incoming vector? Incoming vector is what? The key column vector. Which one is the key column vector? That is your x1. So x1 is the incoming vector. So that means in the next simplex table, a1 will be replaced by what? X1. And where they are intersecting this key column and key row. So this is your key row. This is your key row. and this is your key column. So they are intersecting at 2. So this 2 is the what you're called key element. So your outgoing vector is A1, incoming vector is X1, and key element is your what? 2. Now same process will follow in the next simplex table. Now, in order to write the next simplex table, what you'll do first? First, you need to write this this row only. This table will remain same. This just first you need to write this one. So first in place of A1, what you will write? X1, and then what is the coefficient of X1 in the objective function? That will be your what? -1. So in place of -m, -1 will come here. So if you see the first in just a minute. Just a minute. Some okay. Okay, the problem was something different. Actually, uh, I have not updated this one. Actually, here it is 7, I think. Yeah, x1 plus 7x2 is there. Okay, this is 7x2. Okay, other things will remain same. So your simplex table will be changed somewhat. Okay, in place of x2, that is your 7. This will be your 7. I will share the updated one with all of you. So then this will not be incoming vector this time. This will not be your incoming outgoing vector this time. So here it will be, this will not be the key element. This is also not the key element. Okay. So here it is 1, and this will be your 7, because 1 7. Okay, 1 7. So your this will be a -3m. So this will be becomes -8m. Okay, all other things will remain, and this will be same as, and this will be what? 8m minus 1. So this is not the your key column. So this will be your key column. This will be your key column, and then you find the ratio. So ratio is what? The ratio with this we need to find. So 4 by 1. So this is your 4 by 1. Okay, this is your 4 by 1. So it will be 4, and this will be what? 7 by 7. This will be not 1. This is 7 by 7. So this will be what? This will be your 1. So this is the minimum. This is the minimum, not this one. That means which row? This second row. That means this A2 is the outgoing vector, not the A1. So A2 is the outgoing vector, and what is the key element? Key element is this one. This is the key element. Okay, and incoming vector is what? X2. So in place of A2, in the next simplex table, in place of A2, what will come? X2 will come. Okay. So here outgoing vector will be A2, incoming vector will be what? X2, and key element will be what? 7. So in the next simplex table, in place of A2, X2 will come, and then we convert this 7 into what? The key element should be converted to what? To 1 by dividing the whole row by the what? By the key element. Okay. So that I have written here. So this one I will give you the correct one. So this one, so I have divided x2 coefficient, that is your -1 will be here, and then whole this I have divided by what? Uh, Divided by 7. So this equation. Then this was the key element. This was the key element earlier in the earlier simplex table. So then what you need to do? You need to make 0 all the elements which are above and below the key element by using that row. Which row? This row. So here it was what? 1, I think, or whatever it may be. What was that? What was there? After making, yeah, it was 1 here. So simple. No. Yeah, this was 7. Here it was 1. So you need to make it 0. So I have make it 0, but just simply subtraction. And so we got this what? We got this row. Okay. Now you calculate ZJ. You know how to calculate ZJ. All these things I have discussed in many problem. All these things. So ZJ, that is what? CB into what? XI. So this is your CB. That is your. So minus M into 13 by 7 plus minus 1 into 1 by 7. So you will get this one. Then minus M into 0 plus minus 1 into 1. You got this one. Then minus M into minus 1 plus minus 1 into 0. You will get this one. So like this all you have calculated. Now see here. In the earlier problem, here sorry, in the earlier in the previous your simplex table, here what variable was there? The variable a2, and a2 is what? Your a2 is a artificial variable. So once artificial variable is out from the basic variable, then in the column of that artificial variable nothing will be written. So see, I have not written anything under the what? Under the a2 column, but I have written under a1 column because a1 is still there. Okay. Then you find the minimum. Once you have identified what is key column, then you find the minimum ratio. So I have got this is the minimum ratio. Then where they are intersecting at this point. So this is the key element, and corresponding to this row, which vector is there in basic variable? A1. So A1 is the outgoing vector, and to the key column, which vector is there? X1 is there. So X1 is the incoming. Okay. So in the next simplex table, A1 should be replaced by X1, and in CB column, this coefficient of this minus M should be replaced by what? The coefficient of X1 from the what? From the objective function. Okay. And then this 13 by 7 should be changed to what? To 1. How will you make it change to 1? Just you multiply this whole row by what? 7 by 13. So this 13 by 7 will become what? 1. And then you make it 0. The elements which are above and below the what? Below the key element. So there is no element above the key element. There is one element below the what? Key element. So this is 1 by 7. So you need to make it 0 using this row in the next simplified simplex table or modified simplex table. So that we have done here. Yeah, same thing I've done. Now here the A1 was the outgoing vector. So A1 is gone out of the what? Basic variable column. So see, once the A1 is gone out of the what? Out of this basic variable column. So I have not written anything under the A1 column. Then you calculate ZJ. That is what? CJ minus ZJ. ZJ. How to calculate ZJ? Obviously, no. CB into XI. Just I have calculated. Then you calculate CJ minus ZJ, and CJ minus ZJ, you got this one. So is there any positive value is there? There is no positive value. All the values of CJ minus ZJ are what? Either 0 or negative. So that was the condition for what? Optimality of a what? LPP. And so that means you have arrived at your what? Optimal solution of the what? Given LPP. Is that clear? So an optimal solution is given by what? What is X1 in the table? What is the value of X1? X1 value is what? 21 by 13, and X2 value is what? 10 by 13. And Z equal to what? That means Z star here, no? Because we are calculating for Z star. So Z star will be what? Z star is always CB into what? Into XB. So if you multiply minus 1 into 21 by 13, minus 21 by 13, and minus 1 into 10 by 13 is minus 10 by 13. So minus 21 by 13, and then minus 10 upon 10 by what? 13. So this is nothing but your minus 31 by 13. But 31 by 13. But you have Z star is equal to what? Z star is equal to what? Minus Z. Is it not? Minus Z. And so Z is equal to what? Minus Z star. And so that will be what? Minus Z star is what? Minus 31 by 13. So it will be what? 31 by 13. So this is a required minimum value of the what? Of the given LPP. So in that way, we'll solve it. Okay. So this is the minimum value, 31 by 13.